Good evening, YouTube community. Welcome to the Pit of Doom. I've decided that this video is going to be a small collection update and a VCLT. The first VCLT that I've received since joining the community only a couple of months ago. So I've not done many videos, but I'm getting there. As and when I've got the time, I will do collection updates and also collection reviews and discographies and the like. So getting to the point now, this is a VCLT and also a small collection update, being as I bought 3 albums off of the legend that is Marc G with the C, and he sent a few extras in the package as a VCLT. So first and foremost, in the background, I've got this playing, FDA record sampler, which Marc has included with the 3 CDs that I bought from him for his Discogs page. This is all death metal, brutal death metal, FDA records out of Germany. They're an awesome label. So this is great, all good stuff, everything that I like to listen to in the death metal field. They're a label that I bought many bands from over the years. So yeah, awesome, thank you, Marc. The 3 CDs that I bought from Marc's Discogs page are a German heavy metal band called Ram. They've got 6 albums out. This is album number 3, in a similar style to like Portrait and Wolf and Merciful Fate, all other Swedish bands as well. So this is Ram. They play traditional heavy metal with a darker sort of edge. Again, like I say, similar to bands like Portrait and Wolf, Merciful Fate, if you've heard of any of those, of course. But they're all like similar heavy metal bands as well. So this was the first album that I bought from Marc. Second album, I was doing a little recce on my collection and looking for gaps to fill, and sometimes there's bands in my collection that I've got like 1 or 2 albums from, and then completely had no idea that they've released other albums through the years. So this is one of those bands. This is a German power metal band. You've actually got 6 albums out. This is album number 3. This is a band called Voice, out of Germany, formed in 1988. But I shall be getting more of their discography. I've only got 1 other album by them at the moment. So this was the second album that I sought to buy from Marc for the collection. And the third album is another Swedish band. They play heavy metal as well, traditional heavy metal, in the vein of like more new wave of British heavy metal artists like Angel Witch or something like that. Sadly, they're no longer around. They split up in 2015, but they've been around since 2004. This is the second album of 3, The World, The Flesh, The Devil. Just great occult heavy metal. So those were the 3 that I bought, and I was communicating with Marc offline, online, outside of his Discogs shop, and we made the deal to buy these 3 albums, and he would add a few extras in as a VCLT. So like I say, the first one was the sampler, FDA record sampler, playing now. Then the first one that I took out of the package was a US band formed in 1986 called Wargasm. This one's called Ugly. Marc's put it's the second album from 1993 by these US thrashers. So like I say, they've got 3 albums out. They've split up in the vein of Zentrix, Testament, Sacred Reich, all that sort of good thrash sort of stuff. Oddly, I've never heard anything by these guys, so playing this for the first time was quite a revelation, because it's really good stuff. So I might have to check out their other album other albums as well. Next up, a UK thrash band. Again, a band that I've never heard anything by. I think I've heard the name, heard of them, but never heard anything by them. So they're called Suicide Watch. UK thrashers. They've only got 2 albums out, a couple of EPs and a compilation, but they're like a British Municipal Waste. So that was the second in the package. Then we get to Marc's put for me the 3rd album from 2012, Swedish melodic death metal. So this one, right up my street as well. A band called Miseration. The album's called Tragedy Has Spoken. They've been around since like 2006. Again, another awesome band. Brutal death metal. Much in the vein of, I mean, most of these bands that play brutal death metal, there's not that much to differentiate, but if you like brutal death metal, definitely look into Miseration. This is the first time I've ever heard the band, so I'm going to enjoy digging into this one. Next up, another band that I've never heard of, a thrash band out of Poland. Marc's put it's their debut full length from 2013, Polish thrash metal. So they out of Warsaw, Poland, called Warsaw, which is great, and they play their thrash in the vein of Sodom, Destruction, early era sort of Sepultura, Slayer, Seasons era, and there's like samples dotted throughout this album as well. Before each song, formed in 2008. Really good thrash. Then, last but not least, a band that a lot of people probably recognise, a band called Severe Torture. This is their 5th full length. Fifth full length from the Dutch death metal. As Marc's put. So, not a band that I own any albums by, although I'd like to now that I've heard this. So this is their 2010 album, and it's just like great blasting death metal. Album's called Slaughtered, and they formed in 1997. So I don't know how I've gone from 1997 without hearing anything by Severe Torture. I think there might have been a couple of tracks on sample albums, but yeah. So awesome VCLT. Bought these 3 albums off of Marc, and he's loaded the package with all of that good stuff. So quite a bit to listen to. But I've been busy the last few weeks with changes at work and Easter breaks and stuff like that. So yeah, sorry Marc for the delay in this video, but thanks for that, mate. Awesome package, awesome VCLT package, and I will leave it there, and more videos to come very soon. As and when I get a chance to listen to stuff, I'll do some collection updates. Thanks again, Marc G with the C. Awesome, thanks mate.